Hi, this is Mark Pledger, and today I'm going to talk to you about vihtavuori powder. So vihtavuori powder is one of the #1 powders produced in the world. It's one of the only powders that is actually produced in one area by one company. So the nice thing is that your consistency from one batch to the next batch is unbelievably good. It's manufactured by the Namo group of companies, which is owned 50% by the Norwegian government and 50% by the Finnish government. The beauty about the powder, firstly, you have a ginormous range to choose from, the better part of 28 different powders. The three powders that we're going to talk about very briefly today: the 300 series, which is designed specifically for handguns and shotguns. Then you have the 100 series powder, which is a single base powder. And then you've got the 500 series, which is a dual base powder. So if we had to eliminate the handgun and shotgun for the interim, and we only had to talk about the major two rifle powders, what is the big difference and how do you choose between a 100 series powder and a 500 series powder? Well, it's very simple. The 100 series powder is a slightly cooler burning powder. So if you had to compare apples with apples, let's say you're going to be loading N150 40 grains and an N550 40 grains. The maximum temperature difference at flash point is around about 200 degrees, which is minimal in a barrel. But if you had to shoot a string, if you're a PRS shooter and you're shooting 10 shots within 90 seconds, you're going to be running that barrel significantly warmer using a dual base powder, a 500 series powder, versus a 100 series powder. So if you're shooting these strings and you're shooting high repetition shots, the 100 series is maybe a nicer powder to go for because it is slightly cooler. It's not as fast as the 500 series, but will save some of your chamber and your throat burn. The 500 series powder is a dual base powder. So if you want the ultimate in performance with the least amount of pressure, that's what you're going to get from the 500 series. So if speed is unbelievably important to you and performance, go for the 500. If you're looking for something that you're going to be very consistent on temperature and you're going to be shooting rapid fire, then maybe the 100 series is a slightly better choice. Both of these powders have their new additives. So they have anti-fouling additives. So in actual tests done by vihtavuori, on the exact same gun, the exact same components, exact same load, when they put these new additives in, which are anti-coppering and anti-carbon fouling agents, what they noticed is when they shot 100 shots, so they'd shoot a 10-shot string, let the barrel cool down, and shoot another 10-shot string, and shoot a total of 100 shots with the old powder versus the new generation powder, they noticed that the extreme spread decreased from 11 foot down to 5 foot, which is over a 60% improvement. And also their accuracy, it decreased the accuracy from a 77 mil grouping down to a 30 mil grouping over 100 shots, which is unbelievable, also over a 60% improvement. So the new powders that have come out from vihtavuori are unbelievably good, very temperature stable, brilliant anti-fouling and decoppering agents in them as well. When it comes to temperature stability, people always ask, especially in South Africa, where we can start shooting in the morning in single digits, maybe 4 or 5 degrees, and we can end up in the afternoon with temperatures between 35 and 40 degrees Celsius. Everybody asked me, said, listen, how temperature stable is this powder? Now, unfortunately, it's a very hard question to answer because certain calibers might be slightly different, certain loads will be different, and so forth. But if we have to compare actual test results, so when we talk about temperature, it's better to actually talk about hard facts. So vihtavuori had to do some testing for the military, or their military, and they tested a 300 Norma mag with N565 powder. They tested it from minus 20 degrees up to 52 degrees. So that's a 72 degree variance. And the maximum extreme spread that they had between those 72 degrees was 8 meters per second, so less than 26 foot per second. So is the powder stable? I'd say based on actual results, the powder is extremely temperature stable. So the beauty about the powder, it's a clean birding powder. It's going to save your barrel life, which is significant improvement because that's a massive cost to the shooter. Number two is going to reduce your extreme spread that you're going to get, so your accuracy on how you're shooting is significantly better. Number two, the anti-fouling agents, the decoppering agent and the anti-carbon agents is going to give you better extreme spreads as well. And number two is going to give you significantly better accuracy between cleaning your gun. So both of them are exceptionally good powders. You need to choose the one that is better for you. Should you require any information, please go and have a look at their reloading manuals. Most of the shops have these in the shops. They give you all the information that you could possibly require on any of your reloading. They also have an exceptionally good app, which is the vihtavuori app. It goes into a huge amount of detail per caliber on the various range of bullets. And if you don't come right on either, please don't hesitate to give us a shout.